What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. So as we know, we have seen the rise of Club Shay Shay, right? And Club Shay Shay is taking off. So is the Nightcap. I mean, these brothers are putting up like video game numbers on views, subscribers. It's stupid, especially in the black internet. It is silly, right? But I want you to remember Steven Jackson in Matt Barnes' podcast, Up in Smoke. Now, before Club Shay Shay was really rocking and kicking off, these guys was tearing it up, man. I mean, they was getting hella views. They was, in my opinion, way ahead of Club Shay Shay. And in many ways, it was, they was getting up there. Then here we go with Cameron and Mace coming through with the Come and Talk to Me and It Is What It Is show. And now you have the Nightcap. So these guys have kind of lost a little bit of steam as these other guys are coming into the game, doing some interesting things. And their podcast is largely basketball based. It is not really, as diverse as Club Shay Shay. Now, as we know, Shannon Sharpe has caught a lot of slack from the industry for basically having on these other comedians, Earthquake, Steve Harvey, Ricky Smiley, right before Cedric the Entertainer. Then he's allowed somebody like Katt Williams to come in and disrespect his other guests who probably never believed that this would happen. So firstly, I want to play Shannon Sharpe defending himself against criticism, and then we're going to come back.
And the people that's commenting is like, you got 200 followers. You can't be a journalist with 200 followers.
Right.
Because even people that don't know the journalists, they got at least 4,000 or 5,000.
Right.
You're upset that he said everything that he said, and he said it on my platform.
Right.
And now it's bringing attention to my platform. Just like I've had Ricky Smiley on. I've had Steve Harvey. You didn't say anything. I didn't push back about Steve when he said things about in his marriage. You didn't say a word. When he spoke about his daughter, you didn't say a word.
Now we want to talk about what Brother Steven Jackson said, and then I'm going to come back.
I already spoke on Katt. Katt a real one. He spoke his mind. Everybody should speak their mind. That's just what it is. I wouldn't let him go hard as he did on a lot of people on our show. I just wouldn't, because we got relationships with him. That's just what it is. That's just what it is. You don't have a show, so you wouldn't know what you would do. We've done hundreds of shows, so we know how to handle that type of shit. The whole world talking about the Katt interview. The whole world. Everybody giving their opinions. But I can't speak on it because I'm so live. It ain't got nothing to do with you. Well, go on everybody else page and tell them that too.
All right, so that is what has been said. Now, you heard what Shannon Sharpe said. Listen, a lot of you guys who are out here saying whatever you're saying about me, you're hating. If you had the opportunity to interview Katt Williams, you would have let him rock the same way that I did. Steven Jackson is saying he loves Katt Williams. He's a real dude. But the fact that Katt Williams was speaking on some of these other brothers that he had a relationship with, he would have pushed back on that. Now people are saying, okay, so Steven Jackson is hating. Here's what I honestly believe. I believe that, firstly, Shannon Sharpe, with putting out this interview and knowing what Katt Williams was going to say, right? It shows me he did not care about the relationships that he had with those other people. For Shannon Sharpe, this was about business, this was about views, and this was not about loyalty. This is something that's very similar to DJ Vlad, and a lot of folks don't like it. Brother Tariq, he don't like the fact that you interview him and then let Tommy Sotomayor come in and say that. A lot of people don't like it and it's phony, which to a certain degree, I can agree. Steven Jackson, I don't believe is dealing with hating. He's talking about, I have relationships with these people, so I have a level of loyalty, and I would like to believe that what he's saying is true, because how do we know this? Remember, Cardi B had a big situation with Joe Budden. Joe Budden interviewed Tasha K. All right. Now, Joe Budden wants to keep his relationship going on with Cardi B. Cardi B finds out that Joe Budden is interviewing Tasha K, who she won a suit for $4 million, and largely that interview will be about Cardi B. Cardi B is upset at Joe Budden for that hypocrisy. You're not loyal to me. If you put that interview out, I am never going to work with you ever again out of loyalty. Now, let me just say this. He never put the interview up. Tasha K was upset. But here's the situation. And here's what I always say, even in this business. Those who are loyal to money are loyal to nothing. And what Steven Jackson is saying is not hating to me, being in the game like I have been here on YouTube. And I have over 250 million views in my career. And there are people that I know that if, somebody I'm really close to have a problem with, I'm not going to interview them. Anybody for the fact that hated on Kevin Samuels while he was living, I still, in his death, will not touch them. Even if I don't have a personal issue with them, in his death, I will not touch them. Because anybody loyal to money is loyal to nothing. So now people are going to start to look, I'm going to just be honest, brother's going to look at Shannon Sharpe a little bit of a different way because, hey man, wait a minute, I'm going to come on to your show and you don't have no problem with letting somebody come on and dog me, and there you are going to be laughing and ha-haing about it. Now, again, I love the fact that he went and did it with, Katt Williams and all of that, and it's a great interview, and I understand you chasing greatness, but now at the same time, to Steven Jackson's point, don't be looking for people to think you're a solid guy after you go that route, because it's not solid. I mean, based on what Steven Jackson's saying, and Shannon Sharpe is trying to act like it's hating. So, like I said, all the agent's gonna do is be like, look, don't go to Club Shay Shay. He ain't to be trusted, right? The guy is not loyal to anybody. He's loyal to money. We cannot trust him. You will go on do an interview. He will allow somebody to come on and talk about you just for views. So Cedric the Entertainer, Steve Harvey, all them people not going. And I'm gonna tell you another thing too. Other celebrities is going to look at it like, I can't trust him, so I'm not gonna go. So I get what he's saying. So guys, what do you think? It's your boy, Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of the Celebrity Junkie. Appreciate you for all you do. Subscribe to the bell. We're out.